Alrighty, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Over the next 7 days, it looks like there has been some type of spell work or intentions that were sent your way, and that spell work or intentions have been dismantled. Okay, so there's something about an intention. The delays that you are experiencing, it feels like it's connected to a relationship. So if you're experiencing any type of financial stress, any type of delays, it's directly connected to a person. Okay, something being out of alignment, retrograde energy, transits as well. So this is like a time where you have been asked to, explore or reflect on the burdens that you have carried or picked up and determine how to lighten your load. So this is a season, especially for earth signs, where I tell Imma, rake it up. Something, something. Rake it up. Back it up, back it up. So you've had to ask yourself, where have I rushed things? Where did I kind of overlook or over or misstep or mishap or something like that? And how can I switch things up? Um yeah, cuz it seems like something has significantly slowed down, especially like I said, it feels like it's an attachment. Remembering who you are, so you don't have to learn a lesson twice. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, so this is like being saved in the nick of time. I think we talked about that already. You are preparing for long-term stability. Okay, in regards to your finances, I feel like you're thinking about the long term. That's that's what you're reflecting on during this time. I'm also seeing you, earth signs, pick up something that you haven't done in a while. Like you put it down for a while so you can focus on yourself, so you can get past some type of intentions. Now, I don't know if this is like cosmic forces bringing about these intentions, but that's what we're going to see. If it's cosmic forces, this is like Chiron energy, healing, forces beyond your control, forcing you to kind of sit down, sit this one out, is what I'm hearing. And anytime that you need to sit down, it's so you can declutter, reorganize, get rid of things that don't no longer serve you, people, places, or things. What's influencing earth signs? Pluto, transformation. So yeah, this has something to do with a transformation. I want to say abstaining, so abstinence, abstaining from certain hobbies, activities, partying, drinking, sex, so you can really reprioritize yourself and refocus yourself. I do like you were resisting this by being a workaholic, or you were resisting this by doing so much. And so people had to disappoint you and kind of upset you in order to push you or nudge you in this direction, because it looks like you were not doing it on your own. So if that resonates with you thus far, welcome back to my channel. TT here, your friendly psychic medium. Here on the internet, I do this for the girlies, the underdogs, okay? I love my little corny shit. I laugh every time I say that. But anyway, let's get into your prediction, because I feel like that's the energy that you're dealing with. Um, you don't want to rush things when it comes to love. You've already picked up, you're already carrying a lot on your weight. You already have a lot of obligations, earth signs. And if it's not your load to carry, you don't want to carry it right now. I feel like you're learning how to trust yourself and fight back. So your intuition is showing you a new gift that you possess, and that's breaking contracts. You're breaking contracts with energy cords this week. Yeah. So we're going to break this down and see what the actual prediction is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus. I'm also picking up this energy where if you were focusing on your work and your money, a lot of things, especially if you were doing stuff for like spiritual work here, spiritual workers most especially, if you were being able to pick up on like people weren't doing their work and they was kind of like leaning on you or relying on you to do the work for them, you would have felt compelled. Like, I can't keep listening to this shit. I can't keep doing this. I have to do something differently. And that's because people are kind of using you as a band-aid or using you as a crutch. And you could energetically feel it, all the chords. So I don't care if you got 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers, some way, somehow you felt like you were carrying the weight of the world. And it was delaying their transformations. And so spirit sits you down and it forced other people to do the spiritual work. So they're not using you like what's that word? Like spiritual codependency. Yeah. And so some people were disappointed in you. They felt like, oh, they expected better from you. You failed your commitments. They lost trust. Your words meant nothing. You said you would always be there. It's like y'all just taking a day off. And people feeling some type of way that you took a day off. What in the fuck? So you're going to feel renewed, recharged, and you're going to feel like you were saved. You were saved by grace. You're giving yourself grace, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What's the prediction for Virgo and then Capricorn? So again, with the same message, this is about recognition, okay? Achievements, recognition, climbing the corporate ladder of success, climbing the charts of an industry or market, something like that on a platform. So, Taurus, let's see. Taurus, you could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You don't have to be, but that is the strongest energy coming out. And it looks like this person can be very dominating. They can tend to compete with you in some way. Others of you, it's not a lover, it's a colleague, a business partner or colleague. There's a lot of jealousy here. Someone's a smooth talker, a smooth criminal, a smooth talker. This would be someone that you have arguments with or you guys don't agree quite often on situations, Taurus. When you guys start projects together, you start off working, feeling as if you guys are working on the same team, and then over time, it just takes a really long time to get on the same page, because it feels like if you go off and do something for yourself or be selfish, this person then holds it against you for some reason. So this person could learn from you if they weren't constantly competing with you. If it's a colleague, the same thing. This colleague could learn from you. If it's a friend, they could learn from you. If they weren't trying to hold a candle to you, if they weren't trying to compete with you. It doesn't have to be that way. Why can't we all get along? It's kind of the energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like ultimately someone feels like they don't have the disciplines that you have. They're not where they want to be financially. Now this could be you. This could be how you end up feeling in regards to someone. Like they bring out you have to be beneath them in order for them to They have to see you falling off in order for them to feel good about themselves. And it shouldn't have to be that way. But I am seeing you realize that anytime that you're disciplined, consistent, this person is mad. Anytime that you're falling off and you're not where you want to be financially and you're stressing over certain things, this person is happy. Okay. So I see you, Taurus, wanting to, like, you don't know what the future holds because you guys may be living with someone. Taurus with the Ace of Wands. You can't see when you think about envisioning a future with this person, you can't see it being a solid foundation. Because the person that you lay next to you is like your Judas, is like your enemy. The person that you frequent often, that you trust, is your enemy. And you feel less motivated. You don't feel positive about the future. You feel like, I can't do it. I don't have no peace. Your central nervous system gets fucked up around someone. This could also be in regards to you being concerned that someone puts you in your masculine energy for sure. Someone kind of wants to have control over your life. If this is a colleague, they don't want you working. They don't want you doing anything. They don't want you working. They don't want you even looking into the future. If you have a colleague or someone that is interested in you romantically, but y'all work together, this person wants you to sit down. They want you to stop working, stop talking, stop doing whatever it is that you do. For those of you where this is a relationship, same thing. They want to throw you off your square. Missing days of work. And they want you to know that they're the ones throwing intentions your way. If you feel off or you feel like something is delayed, they want you to feel like they want you to believe that it's coming from them using dark matter spell work to delay you, slow you down, throw you off your square because they're in competition with you. Like I said, colleague, romantic person, or this is someone coming towards you. But I do feel like this energy is already here, y'all. Someone wants to be the leader, but they can't be the leader or the controlling factor in your life. And it makes them feel like if they can't get you to sit down or behave the way they want you to behave, then they want to Page of Wands you. Okay? They want you to know that this is a no-no. Someone's trying to chastise you at a distance. Okay? Virgo. Next 7 days for Virgo. Do I have time? Virgo, I see you saying like you don't got time for some shit. Virgo. So I see you moving in silence, Virgo. There's a love relationship that you have some doubts about. And you are hyper attuned to your career and your path. Because it seems like there's some confusion. And you're not clearing things up. So you're confused about where someone was at work or what they were doing. You maybe also, especially if you're sharing expenses, like let's say you're putting money together in a pot, or like you guys are completely 100% aware of what comes in and out of your household. You feel like there's some choices that were made financially that you didn't co-sign or you didn't agree with, and you feel as if because you didn't co-sign or you didn't agree on it, that you feel like this person can explain or allocate for where funds are going or where things are happening, and it makes you feel as if they're planning something. They're planning some type of escape. This could be someone saving mad money. You could feel like someone's saving mad money. For when they get mad, they plan on like leaving or going somewhere else or breaking up. So you don't trust someone as far as you can throw them, and I feel like you're preparing for this entire situation to work out in your favor. I feel like right now you're even maybe entertaining another person just for like, the way you're entertaining them, it's like, congratulations, high five. So you could be liking pictures, clapping for people, clapping for a person, giving someone a little extra off the top, just to kind of start to build that camaraderie and that loyalty with another person, while someone else, you're doing this in secret while someone else is moving really ambiguous. They're moving very ambiguous, and you don't know if you can trust them. And so technically, because it's just work, this could be with another coworker, right? Another colleague. You could be saying like, okay, well, I'm finna start giving this person attention because another person is closing me out. And when you start to do that, you may know that it makes someone else jealous. But I feel like this is like your only leverage. And so technically, because it's in the realm of work or it's in the realm of professionalism, no one can really tell you that you're doing the wrong thing by clapping a little extra harder or smiling a little longer, to let that person know like, hey, congratulations, good job. You could be going over someone's head and kind of getting close with management over someone, like an overseer. All right, Virgo. I'm telling you in your feelings. You are in your feelings. What's the outcome? I see you saving. Shit, you could be the person saving mad money. Your feelings are hurt with the sun in reverse. You feel like you're not getting the shine that you deserve. You're not getting the respect that you deserve. You're not getting what's promised to you. Someone has broken their promise. You're disappointed. You were expecting more. You were very fucking patient. And now you feel as if someone was using you. And Virgo, you don't like to feel used. So I feel like right now you're trying to avoid a disaster over the next 7 days, but you are truly detaching. I do feel like you want this person to know exactly why you're behaving this way. You want them to know, like, bitch, you hurt my feelings. You made me mad. King of Cups. And now you need to do whatever you need to do to make it up to me. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend like you don't exist. I'm going to pretend like I'm holding on to a grudge. You're holding on to a grudge, Virgo, over the next 7 days. And so if there's things that you could tell this person to help avoid a disaster, or there's things that you can do to help propel a person forward, you're like, I'm not covering for somebody. I'm not watching their back. I'm not having their back. I'm not giving them loyalty. Let them figure that shit out on their own. So I see you holding a grudge and leaving it at that for now. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, next 7 days. All right, Capricorn. So you're doing it all by yourself over the next 7 days. And it feels as if cosmic forces want you to hold someone else accountable. If you created children together, you aren't the only person that is responsible for seeing those children get taken care of. If you signed a lease with someone, but you've been the only person paying the bills, you're not the only person that put in on that situation, and they need to help. So that's something about you feel Like your spirit is saying hold someone accountable. And you're really trying not to do that. You're considering how this person has struggled, how hard it may be for them, but you're not considering how hard it is for you too. You are I feel like you're in this position where you feel relieved right now, but the relief is temporary. I'm also seeing here, like, if you have people in your life, you need to start see you being faced with situations where you got so much on your plate, you have no choice but to delegate other tasks to other people. You know, Capricorn, y'all just give me this energy of y'all like doing it all by yourself and being used to carrying the majority of the weight. But now something is happening in your life where you have to give grace to yourself, mental health. You have to give grace to your physical health in order for you to recharge yourself. So now you got to trust that everyone else to do the best that they can and delegate some tasks. Shit. I feel like you're recovering from burnout. You're trying to also really alleviate your own financial strain. Some of you need assistance. So you may have to apply for government assistance in a situation. You know, some of y'all have to put people on fucking child support. You got to do what you got to do. But it seems like you don't want to do it because you wish that people would just willingly do it and work together. But that's not how it's happening. It's heavy. Whatever this load has been, it's been heavy. It's been stressful by yourself. And so many people are counting on you to remain strong. Yeah, I feel like also next 7 days we walking down memory lane. You're also seems like you said to yourself, like, maybe you don't want your child to have to endure certain things. You remember how it was for you, and so you work really hard so someone else doesn't have to. But if you never allow them to try and fail, they'll never learn how to be strong like you, and they won't be prepared for the world like you. So I feel like you're realizing a lot this week. I don't know what the future holds. What if you get sick, Capricorn, you know? Who's going to be there to take care of your kids when you're gone, Capricorn? You're contemplating a choice, and you may not be able to know what the future holds, but I do see you contemplating, you know, should I fight for this? Should I fight for a past connection? Should I work on it? Should I fight for my family? Should I fight for this? Should I keep us together? Should I work hard for this, you know? Something has been dysfunctional, though. Something has been dysfunctional, and you out of it, but part of you feels like you miss them. You miss your family. You miss, as dysfunctional as your family may be, it's like, I want to be able to spend the rest of my days around them. I want to be able to, you know, see my kids, create memories. Yeah, it's dysfunctional, but I feel like this is secretly weighing on you. You know why? Because it would require you to kind of forgive a lot of things that have happened. You know what happens when you are around karmic family and karmic relationships. There's a lot of lessons that come with it, and it may not even be a lesson for you to learn. It may be a lesson for them to learn, and maybe they don't do it as well as you, or maybe they're not as good at something as you. But the fact that they're trying it and they're doing the best that they can, that could be celebrated. And so you're kind of in this energy where you're learning how to be gentle yet strong, you know. And sometimes not being the smartest person in the room, Capricorn, allowing someone else to try, okay? And they will go through these developmental stages and they will grow and stuff like that. I feel like you also being called to, like, go to your altar more and talk to God. Like, take your issues to God. Go to God about it when you feel off or you feel drained. This is really slowing down. I feel like you've been avoiding slowing down and addressing these topics. But again, There's potential to build something here. And so your angels are like forcing you to look back and be like, have you looked at everything? Is there still hope there? Are you sure that you want to give up on this? Do you feel like you still have the strength? Do you feel like you can still go the distance? And if you can, now is the opportunity for that. It feels like when some type of transit goes direct, and we get out of this shadow phase, that opportunity is going to present itself. Because I feel like you're healing an abandonment wound. Capricorn, your energy is really deep. I almost got a frog in my throat and wanted to cry a little bit. Because this seems like it's a wish that you've always wanted. And you feel like, something was taken from you. Or you was told to put something down. Or you was told to go somewhere else. And now you're being asked to pick it back up again. And you wondering, like, is it worth picking it back up again? And I feel like the only way you're going to get those answers is from the Most High. Okay. So let's get your guidance. I'm going to call it guidance because it's not really advice. So think of a question. And I'm going to pull a card for each zodiac sign. And tell you what the message says. So far we got Taurus card out. We have Virgo. And then we have Capricorn. All right, bottom of the deck you have, just because they're hot doesn't mean they're spiritually aligned. You got the hots for somebody, earth signs. You do. You got the hot. You secretly got the hots for someone, and they live in your subconscious realm. And they come back around and around and around. You know what they say? It'd be them bad ones. Is it bad that I never made love? No, I never did it. But I sure know how to. You like what you like, earth signs. All right, Taurus. The answer to whatever question you ask, it says this is sacred space. Boundaries aren't mean, they're spiritual fences. So there's someone that you've been on the fence with. Something about your story, Taurus, is connected to the movie Fences. All right, Virgo. The answer to your question for clarity says signs, astrology. You don't need a sign. You need a nap. Okay, so if you're waiting for like a sign or trying to see if something is compatible or if it's going to work, they say that you need a nap. You're overworking your brain, overthinking. And Capricorn, you got a strong, whatever question you said, you got a strong nope. Something is too late. Something to do with an ex, debt, it's a no. You can't smudge away bad decisions. So if you're saying to yourself, if someone has a attachment or a karmic behavior, it's like I'm just gonna pray it off. I'm gonna send it back wherever it came. I'm gonna ask God to remove it. I'm gonna exorcise it off of a person. They're saying you can't fix this person, boo. You got this self-sacrifice and martyrdom energy coming up, Capricorn. You can't smudge away bad decisions. Look how this cat is looking. You need to get a cat, especially if you do anything in the spiritual work. You need to get a cat. I'm hearing not a dog. You need a cat. Because a cat is going to smell bullshit and alchemize it faster for you. All right, earth signs. These are all the messages that I have for you guys. Take it how it resonates. And I'll see you in the next one.